Good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a nice summer break. Today, I'd like to do a meditation on how to handle strong emotions, which I think just might resonate with a few of you. I'm in a hotel room, so maybe ignore the background if you can. That's where it will help to keep your eyes closed. But yeah, I'd like to talk a little bit about what's here now in terms of emotions. So yeah, we'll go straight into it. Let's start by grounding ourselves. I'd like you to, feel, where you're sitting, or if you're lying down, feel the surface under your body, and just, let's take some deep breaths together and allow our bodies and minds to relax and calm. So let's take a deep breath together and release it. And let's take another long, slow, deep breath in. And gently release it. And as you breathe in, notice the air coming in through your nostrils, in the back of your throat, into your chest. Notice your chest is rising. Notice your belly is rising as well. And then as you exhale, feel your belly get drawn in, your chest deflates, and feel the air coming out through your nostrils again. And with every out-breath, feel more and more that your body is relaxing and that you're melting into your seat. And in this moment, you can also gently float your eyes closed if that's comfortable for you. And just keep noticing your breath, keep observing, and keep releasing with each exhale. Notice your shoulders dropping, your throat feels softer, your neck feels more relaxed, your forehead is unwrinkled, your jaw is unclenched. Feel your fingers are releasing and relaxed. You're no longer holding on to anything. Feel your hips release, your upper thighs, your knees, your ankles, even your toes. Notice your lower back relaxed. We hold a lot of tension there. And yeah, notice your upper back relax as well. And just be here now. And observe how your mind is also starting to calm together with your body. And now I'd like you to notice what you're feeling. What's here now in terms of emotions? Are you feeling calm? Is there a slight tinge of anxiety in the background? Did something happen already this morning that made you feel irritated or even angry, annoyed? Yeah, what's there? Whatever it is, I'd like you to acknowledge it and give it a name. And when you do that, it's important how you do that. So I'd like to invite you to try something today. Instead of saying, I am angry, I am irritated, I am anxious, I'd like you to say, there is anger here today, or there is some anxiety. I am experiencing, if you want to use I am. And the reason we do that is because it allows us a little bit of distance from the emotion, a little bit of perspective. We don't become the emotion, we don't become defined by it. And therefore it makes it harder to be overwhelmed by it. So let's try this out. Whatever it is, just express it this way. There is whatever it is for you today. And get curious. See what's there for you. And keep breathing. Now, whatever emotion you're feeling, I'd like to invite you to not judge it, not think, oh, I shouldn't be angry, or I'm overreacting, this anxiety is not good for me or is not real. Just get curious, but don't judge. Just let it be, because when we judge, that's how we get hooked. When we start to interpret or try to change the emotion, that's how it really gets a hold of us. That's how, we become the emotion. That's how, it starts to overwhelm us. So, just accept that it's there and that there's a reason it's there. And instead of trying to change it, I invite you to ask, what is this emotion trying to tell me? Get curious. You don't need to have an answer. Don't rush to give an answer. Don't rush to think your way to the answer, but just let the question out there and let the answers come to you. What is this emotion trying to tell me? And I'll give you an example. Maybe you feel irritated about something someone said to you this morning. And, this irritation, this annoyance is telling you that there's an important value of yours that was not being honored. Or maybe you're feeling homesick or missing someone, and that emotion is telling you how much you value that person or that place, how important that is to you. So just get curious and, just listen to your heart on this one. Listen to your intuition. And let's take a few more deep breaths and breathe through whatever emotion is there. Just acknowledge, explore, accept, and breathe through it. And when it's comfortable for you, you can slowly open your eyes. You can move around a little bit, move your neck, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Emotions can be overwhelming, but they don't have to be, right? Why? Because emotions often have a reason for being, or all the time actually. They're showing what's important to us most times. And when we acknowledge that and we name that, it's easier to not judge it. But most important, it's easier not to get hooked by it. And by hooked, I mean also overwhelmed, defined by it. That's when things start to go downhill. So I learned about these concepts through the work of Susan David, who wrote this amazing book called Emotional Agility. It's one of my favorite books of all times, and I recommend it to most of my clients, actually. And some of her key points are that, all emotions are valid. There are no positive or negative emotions, but all emotions have a purpose, right? So it's important to face them honestly and to ask these questions that I brought up rather than trying to suppress or avoid them. And through that process, we learn to unhook, as she calls it, from difficult thoughts and emotions, from challenging emotions, by creating this space between feeling the emotion and how we respond to it. So, and also, I mean, aside from the work of Susan David, our emotions are usually created by our thoughts. So it's easier not to get drawn in and overwhelmed by the emotion when we realize that we can't actually choose our thoughts, and we don't have to get caught in this loop necessarily. I know it's easier said than done, but we all got to start somewhere, and being aware that this is how emotions work is, I feel, very empowering. So next time you're experiencing a strong emotion, remember, you have a choice. You can try to suppress it or avoid it or ignore it, or you can acknowledge it, you can get curious, and you can choose your response without judgment. So thank you for meditating with me today, and I will see you again next time. Bye for now.